Hello, and welcome to a brand new week. This is the Jammin Jukebox radio show. I am your host, DJ Delta Dawn, and we are so happy to be here. Yes, it's Monday, but it's a good Monday. It's been a great day today. I know a lot of people are celebrating Good Monday and Easter Monday rather, and for the holiday yesterday, and then some people had Friday off from work like myself, and so I hope that you've had a great couple of days celebrating the holiday, and you're ready for your week, which I think for a lot of people kind of gets back to normal tomorrow. But we're very excited, especially today, that it's Monday, because our guest tonight you're going to absolutely love. I know that I am personally a fan now. She is a 13-year-old singer-songwriter, and when you hear her music a little bit later in the show, you're going to be blown away. You will not believe she's 13. And I was talking to her pre-show, and she doesn't sound 13. She's very, very mature for her age, and very, very excited to have her on. She's from Canada, and her name is Paige Michael. Hello, Paige. How are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Thank you so much for being with us tonight.
It's not a problem.
Well, I wanted to have you on our show because when I first heard your music, I was just blown away. I was like, are you kidding me? You're like so many indie artists that I've listened to and just have come away with this whole perception of, why is she not already signed to a major record label? And your music is just that good. And so I was so impressed. I was like, you have got, you need to be heard. People need to hear your music. They need to hear who you are. And so here we are. We've got you on the show, so we're so glad to have you with us tonight. And I want to get started by asking you, right out of the gate, because are you 13, or are you about to turn 14? Are you 14 already?
I'm 13. I'm turning 14 in September.
Oh, okay. All right. Well,
go.
That just makes it all the more impressive because, as I was saying in the intro, when people hear your music later in the show, they're not going to believe it, because you do not sound 13 when you sing, for sure. And talking to you, certainly don't sound 13. So you can tell you've got a maturity there, and that is going to really go a long way for you as you continue on in your journey. But one thing, because you're not, terribly old at this point, when did you first realize you wanted to sing professionally?
Well, when I first realized, I guess, was when probably a few weeks after my first single went on YouTube, because I was getting a lot of positive feedback from, like, my family and my friends and teachers and strangers, and it just gave me, like, a really good feeling to know I had support, and it's also just something I like to do. It's enjoyable. So, like, when I'm happy, I sing. When I'm bored, I sing. It's just an everything, thing I do. And I think doing it professionally just takes it to the next level. So, instead of singing in front of your mirror, you're singing in the recording booth at the recording studio. And, instead of doing, singing for your parents in the basement, it's like doing live shows with hundreds of people.
Oh, yeah,
so I think
that's right.
Yeah, it's just really cool and taking it to the next level.
Well, and you mentioned YouTube. Now, did you just kind of post a video of yourself doing performing a song on YouTube? Just kind of, in other words, did it just kind of start out as kind of a fun thing to kind of put your feelers out to see what people would think about your music, or?
Well, I came back from the recording studio. My mom was blown away. She didn't think I had it in me to be that good. And so she wanted to, be able to share it with my family. So she just put it up on YouTube and sent the link to my family and, close family friends. And they loved it. So, started sharing it with my friends and stuff, and they liked it.
Well, and see, your family, they realized quickly that you had this talent that they didn't even know. I mean, they didn't even realize you had, And that is so cool. I mean, because I know, to be as young as you are, to have your family support, your mom's support, your parents' support, I mean, that's huge, because to go anywhere in this business, as I'm sure you're already learning, you have to have that. You have to have that support to kind of help get you to where you want to be. And without it, it's very hard. As hard as it is, but it makes it a little bit easier to be able to handle, when you've got that. And it sounds like your mom, just from the conversations you and I have had over email, she is like your biggest fan. She is.
Yeah, me and my mom are really close. The music this whole music thing has brought us like 1,000 times closer.
That is so neat indeed. Well, now, what age were you when you started singing?
I've always sang. Like, I'd be 4 years old sitting in the back of the car belting out Avril Lavigne songs. So it's just something I've always done. But it never got serious until the summer.
Oh, wow. So you've only been doing this since last summer. Is that what you're saying?
It was, the one I recorded, You Don't Know, it was August 2012.
Oh, my gosh, that's amazing. Well, I want you to know, and it's funny you just mentioned this, but when I first heard your music, I said to myself, that sounds like a very young Avril Lavigne. And because in my mind, I mean, I've followed Avril for a long time and listened to her music, love her stuff. And all I could think was, gosh, this must be what Avril must have sounded like when she was 13 years old. I mean, have you been told that that's who you sound like?
I get that quite often.
Oh, I bet you do. I mean, it really is mind-blowing. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, my gosh, she's going to be the next Avril Lavigne, And,
when I brought home the CD, my stepdad, that's the first thing he said, I sound like Avril Lavigne.
You really do, which is a huge compliment, by the way. I mean, she has done so well in the music industry. Would you say that she's one of your musical inspirations?
Yes, she definitely is.
Well, that's awesome. Who are some of your other musical inspirations?
I really like Ed Sheeran and also Taylor Swift.
Oh, yeah.
And Pink. I think they're all just really talented and great songwriters.
Well, and something else they are. They're exceptional role models. And I think that's one of the reasons why their music is so good because, you don't ever hear any bad press on any of those people. You always hear positive stuff coming out about them. I mean, the press, I'm sure, has tried to find really bad stuff, but they can't because there's nothing to find. And they really do value their image, and I think that kind of transfers into their music, and that's why the music that you hear every time they put out a new song, it's another hit because it just kind of goes hand in hand with the image that they're trying to promote. And so you've got some great role models, that are inspiring you in your music, and that's an awesome thing,
For sure.
So now, you not only are a singer, but you also are a songwriter. And when you are writing music, what do you find easier to write, the lyrics or the melody?
It's a bit half and half. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll just sometimes get a certain melody in my head, and then I'll record it on my phone, just do like a voice note, so I'll have it. And then lyrics sometimes they'll be at the random times they'll come to me, like gym class or babysitting. So it's just like it's even. It's half and half.
Well, you're very smart to record it on your phone as soon as you think of it because I know myself when something comes to me like that I really say, I need to go write this down. If I don't do it right then, I lose it. And then if I try to go back and think of it later on, you can forget it. It's just gone.
Yeah.
So that's brilliant, by the way. Well, so obviously the lyrics just kind of, and the music just kind of comes to you at times. But do you ever, sit down and carve out time to just sit down and write, and put stuff together? Or is it
definitely, yeah, that's what I do with my songwriter, my co-writer, Carly. Me and her are close friends, and we sit down together and we write songs.
Oh, that's awesome. That's awesome. Now, when you obviously you're in school, so how much time per day do you put towards, this goal of making it in the music world?
Well, I don't know, some days I'll take half an hour to try and write down some new stuff for songs or a little bit just to work on it, but it's never to the point where it bugs me or I get overtired about it and, like, don't look forward to doing it. Mm-hmm. But for the recording studio, like, I can be there for hours and hours and hours. Like, I know one night we went there at 4:30 and we didn't get home till, I think, not 11, probably 1 in the morning.
Oh, wow. So I bet you were good and exhausted when that was all said and done.
I get exhausted, but in a good way. Like, knowing that I'm tired because of that, it's cool. Like, I'm spending my life doing what I like. It's cool. I
think that is so smart. I mean, you know, just to listen, I have a 14-year-old daughter, and I don't know, maybe it's something with the age, but just to sit here and talk to you, it's hard to sit here and say you're just 13. I mean, because you obviously have the mentality of a much older person, and you're very mature for your age. I mean, you obviously, you know, to be so young and to have a real good handle on what it is you want to do with your life, and you're following your dreams on top of that, that's just awesome. I love to see a young person doing that. And and that is exciting, you know, because I'm sitting here thinking to myself, one of these days, real soon, we're going to be hearing your name. It's going to be, you know, like Taylor Swift and Pink. It's going to be a household name. Everybody's going to know who you are. And I can sit here and go, I interviewed her way back when. And that's an awesome thing for me. I'm always exciting. You know, it's always exciting when someone like yourself can go and really make it in the business. And I truly believe that you are going to have an amazing career.
Thank you.
Now, one thing I wanted to ask you about is you've got 2 songs that we've been playing pretty heavily here on our show, and also we've got them on our radio station now. Afraid and You Don't Know, which, by the way, they're both great songs. And if I had to pick one to say is my fave, I can't do it. I love them both. So what was your inspiration behind these 2 songs? Because obviously now You Don't Know is obviously kind of like it's kind of like a love breakup, you know, song.
Yeah.
Like you don't know what you had kind of thing. And all I could think was, you being 13, that this is kind of like taken from the Taylor Swift rule book on songwriting. It's like, you know, some boy must have broke your heart at age 11, and you said, I'm going to write a song about this. But
well,
really, what was
it's not from personal experience. It's just like me and my friend Carly wrote it together. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what she was thinking about when she wrote it, but we both did. But it was just like, I don't know. I guess it's a girl, and she got led on a little bit, and then he left, so she's pretty mad.
Well, now I'm just totally joking with you. So, I mean, you're young, so you know I would hope that you haven't had your heart broken at this age. But,
I'm 13.
But yeah, I mean it's funny because even your songwriting, the songs that you know, these 2 songs in particular are so beyond your years in terms of experiences. I mean, that you're writing about that. You know, at your age, you may not have even encountered yourself personally, and but yet you're putting out music that people like me and the next person can totally identify with. Because even as I sit here as a mom of 3 and a grandmother to 1, I can sit here and go, yeah, I remember a time in my life where that song certainly applied to me, and it didn't necessarily have to be when I was a teenager, you know. So it definitely is a song. Both songs are songs that span several generations. It's not just a song for your age group or, you know, the teen to young adult set. I mean, it really does transcend boundaries there, which is brilliant. I mean, that's just another testament to the fact that I truly believe you're doing what you're meant to do.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. So now, as I understand, you have an appointment coming up with the studio. You're going to be heading to the
tomorrow
studio.
night.
Oh, yeah, very, very soon. And so what will you be working on? Are you currently working on your EP, or what are you doing in the studio?
At the moment, I'm recording a new song. It's coming out in a few weeks. It's almost finished. So, yeah, I guess we're just going to finish that up, and me and Carly have written a few more songs that we're planning on to record, and then we'll throw together an EP.
Oh, that's going to be awesome. Now, do you have kind of a timeline for when you'd like to see the EP finished and when you think it might be out?
I don't know. Well, I don't know. It doesn't matter to me. I don't know. It's just,
it'll be out when
if I
it's
make
out.
if I make a few really good songs, then I'll probably want them on an EP, so I'll save them and then wait for them to go on the EP.
Oh yeah. Well, one thing that I understand a lot of indie artists are doing right now is that they're finding, and I don't know if you've also encountered this, but I've been told time and again that a lot of indie artists, what they'll do is they'll get into the studio and they'll work on just a song at a time, release the song like to iTunes and other places, and then after a bit of time, they've got enough songs out there that are making the circuit and getting to airplay, and then they'll go ahead and do their first EP. And and it helps them to kind of get the music out there sooner than trying, because I'm sure as you are already finding out, it's not cheap to get in the studio and buy studio time and work and make music, especially when you're an independent artist and you don't have a major record label backing you. It is a very long, drawn-out process. And so I think a lot of indies have kind of found a way around that, by releasing a song at a time. And then they're able to kind of benefit a little bit without having to wait until that whole album is out, which is, I think, a really smart move, because it does get your music out there a lot sooner. So one of the things I wanted to ask you, which was kind of off the beaten path, but in your spare time, being you're in school and you're singer-songwriter, what do you do for fun? I mean, you're a 13-year-old. What do you do for fun?
I really like sports. I play a lot of soccer and volleyball.
Mhm.
And when the summer comes, I do track. And
Well,
I text and FaceTime and Skype a lot.
Well, welcome to the world of social media. I mean, that's, and I want to talk a little bit about social media because, I'm sure that you found just when you said the video of you singing is on YouTube, and it's gotten some, people have been looking at it and everything. But isn't it amazing all the different things that social media has to offer, especially when you're an aspiring music artist?
Yeah.
And you have so many ways to get your music out there that I'm telling you, just 5 years ago when you were just still in elementary school, stuff that we have now did not exist. I mean, Twitter was not as big as it is now, and Facebook, and just so many of these different social mediums that artists are now able to use to promote their music and themselves just did not exist, and it was so much harder. And so now I think it's awesome that there are so many different ways that you can get your music out there.
It's definitely helped. If it wasn't for the internet, I probably wouldn't be on the show right now. So
well, I mean, I hate to say that's probably true. I wouldn't be here doing this interview with you either. It's just another facet that the internet has made it possible for me to do a radio show to help promote artists like you. I mean, and that's the beauty. The internet has helped, people make connections in all different ways, no matter what it is that they're doing, promoting or what have you. I mean, it has really been amazing how it has just exploded, especially in the last 3 to 5 years. It's just really taken off, and now everywhere you turn, there is just something for everyone out there. And I just think it's an awesome way to promote yourself, your music particularly, if you've got music to promote. And it's and it's a free way to do it. It's the cheapest, absolute cheapest, best way sometimes to promote your music that otherwise, you wouldn't have had before, which I think is also brilliant. So whoever designed the internet really was forward thinking, So, well, now, it's not a matter of if you make it in the music business, but when you make it in the music business, who is someone or a group or what have you that you would like to collaborate with most if you were given a chance?
Definitely Ed Sheeran.
Oh,
He's an amazing songwriter and such a talented singer. It'd be an honor to work with him.
Oh, wow. Well, and you very well may get your chance. So, now, I know that recently you came to the States from Canada, and you were here visiting, and is that the first time that you've been to the States, or have you been here before?
I've been to Florida many, many times.
Oh, okay. So you're all too familiar. So, do you think at some point that you would ever try to make a move to the States to try and, broaden your music horizons, or do you think you're just going to stay put?
Would. Yeah, I would.
That sounds awesome. Well, like I said, I really believe that in the very near future we're going to be hearing who you are. I mean, you're going to become a household name. I would find it. I'm hard pressed to believe that you won't, just because you're that talented. And like I said, I was very blown away the first time I heard your music. I could not believe that you were just 13 years old. And I know I keep reiterating that, but it's absolutely unbelievable because you were so incredibly talented to be so young. And then you have really only gotten started last August, really gotten serious to the point of wanting to do this professionally in such a short amount of time. I mean, I see all over social media, Twitter in particular, a lot of radio stations, and I see your name pop up all the time where people are just playing your music, and it's getting airplay for sure. So that's huge. I mean, that is really huge. So all I can say to you is just keep doing what you're doing because I think you're on the right path, and I'm just so excited to see what's going to happen next, and I can't wait for your next song to come out. So any new music that you get, please send it our way because we would love to continue playing your music here and promoting you as much as we can. For sure. So, well, I want to thank you so much for being our special guest this evening and talking with us, and would love to catch up with you again later on, as your career progresses, and to just keep the listeners informed. And as you learn anything new, please pass it our way. We'll be glad to help promote it and get the word out.
All right.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Paige, and best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Take care now.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Ah, what a sweet, sweet girl. She is so immensely talented, and, I mean, I'm absolutely blown away, as I've said a couple times during the interview. She is someone that, you just know every now and again when you happen upon an artist that has a lot of potential. You just know, especially when they start out doing all the right things and making all the right moves and pursuing all the right directions. You just know with the seriousness that they have that they're really going to take their music to the next level. And, when I think about her being 13 years old, I think about, artists like some of those that she named, Taylor Swift and Pink and Avril Lavigne, Taylor and Avril in particular, being at one point in their life right where Paige is, wanting to be a singer-songwriter, aspiring. I mean, Taylor Swift kind of got started when she was 15. She was writing songs left and right. And look at Taylor Swift today. So, I have no doubt this chick is going places. So remember her name. Her name is Paige Michael, and she is just a delight. And if you want to check her out, she can be found at, and I'll tell you the website really quick. Her website is PaigeMichaelMusic.com. Feel free to check her out. You can also follow her on Twitter at Paige, _Canada, and that is her Twitter for her music. And she's just a lovely, lovely young girl. So please support her. If you like her music, please, be sure and let her know how much you do like it. Right now I want to play one of her songs that is getting a lot of airplay, and we've been playing it quite a bit here on our show as well. This is one of her latest releases. This is called Afraid. lovely and talented Paige Michael and one of her latest hits, Afraid. And the other song that she is getting a lot of airplay right now is called You Don't Know, and that's a great song too. So if you get a chance, check out her website. Again, it's Paige Michael Music. You can also follow her on Twitter at Paige, _M_Canada. And please support her. And if you like her music, buy her stuff. These indie artists work hard, and they certainly don't do this for their health. So if you like them, please support them. They certainly appreciate it. All right, that is going to wrap our show for this evening. Thank you so very much for joining us. We greatly appreciate you being here. And if you're brand new to our show, welcome aboard. We hope that you will be back with us again in the very near future. We have, coming up tomorrow night, we have a hip-hop artist, hip-hop rapper. He goes by the name of Ajita, and his real name is Marcus Velasquez. But we're very, very excited to be speaking with him. He's got quite a story to tell, and we will be chatting with him about his latest release. So tune in for that. That starts at 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow night right here on Jammin Jukebox Radio Show. All right. That's going to do it. Have a great evening, all, and we will be right back here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Take care. Good night.
Thanks for listening to tonight's show. You can connect with Jammin Jukebox Radio Show on Twitter at Jammin Jukebox or on Facebook at Jammin Jukebox Radio Show. Check out our website at thejamminjukebox.com. Also, follow us on Blog Talk, where you will be always up to date on every episode as we add it. Each episode is available for immediate download upon the conclusion of each broadcast, and as always, on iTunes. Thank you for joining us. Tonight's show has been brought to you by One Taste of Main Street Cake Shop, baked from scratch, custom-made cakes and cupcakes, and you'll be hooked. Every cake is made to order with only the finest and freshest ingredients. This is no ordinary bakery. Cakes are never pre-made. Main Street Cake Shop is in demand, having provided cakes and cupcakes for numerous prestigious events, bridal fairs, and venues. Owned and operated by April Murray, she has garnered many awards for not only her exquisite cake designs, but also for their incredible taste. If you're looking for a cake for any occasion, or cupcakes in a variety of flavors, then Main Street Cake Shop is the place. Visit them on the web at mainstreetcakeshop.com.